Yeah, I think so. Number 2 versus number 3. It's for a Big Ten championship berth. It's a big game.
I second that.
Agreed.
I'm not from Ohio.
All right, other questions, please raise your hand. We can make sure to get a microphone to you.
Pretty well documented the struggles the program's had against OSU in the past 11, 12 years. How important is it for you guys to end that and get Michigan that long awaited win in this rivalry?
It's not as important to win this game for what's been going on in the past, like what's been going on in the past 11, 12, whatever the years in the past, whatever's been going on then. Really, we just need to win this game for what we have right in front of us right now. And that's all we're focused on, is we have an unbelievable opportunity, to go on the road and compete against a really good team. And we know everything's on the line right now. Our whole entire season's on the line. So we need to win the game for that reason.
Front and center, Larry.
I have a similar question, but I'll ask it for Kyle. Maybe I'll get a different answer. To be a great rivalry, both teams have to win, and that hasn't happened. So how much do you guys need to win, not only for yourselves, but for Michigan that's lost 11 out of 12?
Again, I don't think you can focus too much on the past, especially with this type of game coming up. It's definitely a big game. We're definitely going to put in the work this week to prepare ourselves for it, and I can't wait to go out there and just play with all the guys. And it'll be the last time we play together as a team in a regular season game against Ohio State. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Second row on your left. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, Rob Aller, Columbus Dispatch. Jim Harbaugh we see, like we just saw 5 minutes ago, which you guys know that side. How is that different than the Jim Harbaugh you see? If that makes any sense.
Compared to what you guys see?
Yeah.
Michigan reporters only.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just kidding. I think he's probably very similar to what you guys see. He's as real as they come. The media kind of paints a bad picture of him sometimes because of his antics, going after referees and stuff like that. But he'll fight to the death for his players. He's a player coach in that aspect, and he's somebody that you'd run through a wall for. But he's pretty similar to what you see, everyday life. That's who he is.
All the way sitting on the far side.
Yeah, this question is for Jake. You're a Pickerington guy. There are many others in this game, Taco, also Pat Elfline guys on the Ohio State side. What is it about Pickerington that seems to put so many guys in this rivalry?
I don't know. We got, in my class, the class above us, the class below us, we got a kind of a lot of really good athletes, and I think it kind of helped us growing up that we had a lot of talent because we could push each other. We were always pushing each other and competing against one another. So I guess that kind of all played a factor into how we got to this level.
Front row left, John.
Chris, your crew has the task of containing or trying to contain JT Barrett. Can you talk about that challenge?
Yeah, he's a good player. The last couple years we played him, he's put some numbers up against us. We face a lot of similar offenses. Rutgers, I think one of their coaches was one of the old coaches at Ohio State is their head coach now, or offensive coordinator, one of the two. So we've seen a lot of similar offenses this season with the spread, the different option plays they have, different quarterback runs and things like that. So we've been preparing all year. Obviously they have different athletes and things like that, but it's going to be a game where we're going to have to shut down a few players, and we're ready for that task.
Back to the middle left.
Jake, I know last year you talked a lot about the 06 game and watching it at your friend's house and the excitement that created. So I know both teams aren't undefeated, but is there kind of that kind of same excitement now that Big Ten East might be on the line in this game?
Absolutely. That game was number 1 versus number 2, and both teams. I know a lot of people wanted to see a rematch in the national championship, and I know, even if you weren't an Ohio State Michigan fan, you were tuning in to watch that game, and I think that'll be pretty similar this week. Number 2 versus number 3. really everything on the line for both teams. It's an absolute must-win game, so it's going to be a great atmosphere. Everybody's going to be tuning in to watch this, and we're excited to play in this game.
All the way to the left, third row.
Chris, you talked about the defense and playing some similar offenses this year. How is Don Brown maybe better prepared, or how is his philosophy really maybe better prepared to defend their offense this year?
He's an aggressive coach, and that makes us more of an aggressive defense with the type of calls he has, the type of schemes that he has each and every week, game plans and things like that. But we've done very well all year, and we're going to continue to keep playing well, and that's what we're going to use. This week is resting on what we've done and continuing to play as hard as we can every single play, and have Coach Brown call up some good plays and be ready for that.
Front middle, Larry.
You talk about Jabril Peppers and maybe a play or a thing he's done in a game or in a practice that has most impressed you with his physical ability, and having him on your team in a game where often, a star has to shine. Thoughts on having him on your side?
There was one situation last spring ball during our 4-hour practices when Coach Harbaugh first got here. We were all beat up, exhausted after a 4-hour practice. It was the middle of spring ball, so it was when it was really starting to hit us. And we were in full padded practice. It was about the 3-hour mark, and Jabril returned a punt during a punt drill, returned to 40 yards. And then when he was jogging back to go return another one, he did a cartwheel, back handspring, backflip 360 in full pads. I was like, oh my God, I can't even believe he just did that. But it's great having an athlete on your side. It's great. He can change the game on defense, special teams, on offense. He's a big spark for our team, and we're happy to have him.